CJ Flyer back with another YouTube video. First game of the 2024 season for the Purdue Boilermakers versus Indiana State, aka FCS Midwest in College Football 25. If you're new to the series, there's going to be a card popping up right about now in the upper right hand corner for you to go to the full playlist. I'm also going to leave a link in the description and in the comments down below. With that being said, EA must have put some really weird AI in this game because the bottom right says exactly what I'm thinking. Coach CJ Flyer says early mistakes are expected, but the coaching staff is confident in the team ahead of this week's opener. So this game, of course, we are going to be just kind of feeling out this roster, seeing who's worth going to in certain routes and what kind of players we want to utilize in future games as we find the tight end wide open on the right side of the field there. No coverage at all whatsoever. But yeah, the backfield ratings-wise is Purdue's strong suit, so we are going to be doing some running plays mixed in here and there. I usually prefer to go with RPOs and several other quick passes, and it's interesting watching this footage back because like right there I saw the middle slant was wide open and I completely missed it while playing this game as we got Maccabee driving up the middle here, getting a solid gain of 12 yards on the run. Here we are now in the goal line, 3rd and inches, and thankfully getting that one with the QB sneak. So now 2 yards from the end zone. And right here doing a handoff once again up the middle, and that's an easy touchdown for the first score of the game against FCS Midwest. Now I also mentioned in episode 1 of the series that we are playing on All-American difficulty and that I'm definitely no guru at this game at this point. I am not the best player at this game as you see me miss 3 easy tackles in a row. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But yeah, we're going to have to get FCS Midwest right back on that one as we're getting rushed here on the halfback screen. And oh, the blocking. Thank you so much for getting those assignments down. And I thought I had a touchdown here, but the safety or the back, whichever, out of nowhere, comes in and stops us at the 1 yard line. But no worries. We're going to come in here, 2nd and goal at the 1 yard line, run up the middle again. I have no idea. That man, I hope you wore a jockstrap because, oh my goodness, that looked painful. Another touchdown for the Purdue Boilermakers, this time our senior back. Next possession for FCS Midwest is 3rd and 7. We've been running a lot of zone and man blitz, just mixing it up, applying the pressure, and it's starting to work here as we are getting the interception there with the linebacker, the CPU, of course. I didn't really do much on there, but don't worry, there's going to be some user picks later in this game as we're back on offense, 40 yards from the end zone, and oh, it's just painful watching these back sometimes, but it's also good. It's useful. Hopefully in future games I learn from the mistakes. The middle slant's wide open again. I mean, I just got to be looking for it. But part of the reason I call this play, I usually try to keep my eyeballs on like 2 or 3 receivers, and right there, I'm just going for the home run. I really want the deep completion. It's just not there. 3rd and 1, I thought, okay, easy run up the middle. Completely missed the hole. It's now 4th and 1. And I am feeling just very greedy at this point, running an RPO play, one of my favorites, and getting that first down. We only needed a couple yards, so good enough right there. Once again, we had a couple receivers open, and I'm just choosing to run the ball because I can. So, hey, it's working, so I guess you can't hate on it, right? 1st and 10, we are doing the sweep run here, and oh, man, look at this. Finally, 1st and goal. We're there. Now it's 3rd and goal. We had a couple stops. Going with the slants play, looking for someone open. And once again, running the ball with Hudson Card. I mean, look, we could get away with it in this game against an FCS opponent, but in our future matchups against top 10 opponents, it's just not going to happen. We need to learn how to pass the ball a little bit better. Less than 2 minutes left in the first half, and FCS Midwest is knocking on that door for another score. Here they are, 2nd and 10. We see the running back on the wheel route to the left, and he is getting absolutely nowhere as we stop him for only a 1 yard gain. 3rd and 9 now. And you already know, play action. And we're throwing the blitz at him once again. No answer. And FCS is going to have to settle for a field goal, putting them down at a deficit of 10-21. And look, we still have time on the clock. I know the logical move is, of course, to run the ball. That's what the coach is suggesting here. But I'm greedy. I'm always greedy. We're going for the deep pass play. And oh my goodness, Hudson Card. A certified Hudson Card moment there, making that interception happen. 30 seconds left, and the worst part about that pick is FCS gets it within field goal range, just off the return, off that interception. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what they do here on offense, except, oh my goodness, now they throw a pick. The chaos is only just beginning. You thought it was over, 13 seconds left. I didn't learn my lesson. We're still going with a deep pass play here. Looking for the tight end, possibly. going over to the wide receiver, and another interception. Now again, if we could just tackle him right there at the logo, not really an issue. But here we are, 2 seconds left, and they're in field goal range. So here they go, kicking the deep field goal. Can FCS get it done? And it's wide left. So all of that chaos just to result in no score, no change in anything. Just pure chaos in college football. It's the start of the second half here in West Lafayette, and FCS is once again marching their way down the field, getting close to the red zone here, 25-yard line, 1st and 10, and instead of a pass play, they are for once running a running play here. And like I've said before, I am not the best at this game. Sometimes I miss some pretty easy tackles, as you saw right there. And I don't know how I got fooled on this play. 2-point conversion to bring the game within 3 points, and I have no words. I don't have an excuse even. I mean, it's so obvious that they're going to do a QB draw there, and I fell for it. Nonetheless, going back on offense and getting the pass right there. Oh my goodness, man. That was just such a beautiful touchdown pass, threading the needle and hitting the tight end in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown, getting them right back. FCS with the ball again. It's 3rd and 9. Like I said, we've been applying that pressure. You can see the man blitz right there, and we are going to continue to dominate here, getting the sack and forcing the FCS to punt the ball. 4th and 16. We're going to get this one right around the logo. And oh my goodness, nowhere to be seen. Branch is just taking off. He's got that speed with him and bringing it down to the 26-yard line for an easy setup here. 3rd and 11 now on the 12. We're running another pass play, and you already know what's coming. We faked him out. A little pump fake like, oh no, we're still going to pass. Psych, we are running that ball once again. Hudson Card putting the crown on like he's LeBron James. Needs to chill out a little bit there. FCS with the ball again, throwing another pick. And we are going to get the ball within 25 yards of the end zone once again. We failed to do anything there, unfortunately. Still working out the kinks on offense. We're going to attempt this field goal here, and I need to work on the field goals too. Not the extra points, not the 20-yard field goals, but those 40, 50-yard field goals. That meter, man, the meter they added in this year's game, so tough. So difficult to deal with. Let me know how you guys are at kicking field goals in this game, because it can get very, very challenging as we're running the jet sweep right here, getting down to the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. We are going to be running it right up the middle and getting the easy score for a touchdown. At this point here in the 4th quarter, we got a pretty sizable lead, and we are just looking to run up the score as much as we can. Not so much for the sake... Oh, hold up. Let me interrupt myself. What a beautiful user pick. I just want you guys to rewind that and take a look. Oh my goodness. I'm not that good at this game, so I get hyped when I make a good play like that. Incredible user pick on the interception there. Read it perfectly. But as I was saying, I'm just trying to run up the score as much as possible at this point. Not even so much for like rankings purposes, because I've already said as we get the deep touchdown pass right there, don't really care. This team's not going to get anywhere this year. We're not going to the playoffs. I guarantee you that. But we're looking to impress the recruits as much as possible and convince them that this is a school that they want to attend, as Purdue ends up winning this game 56-18, scoring 28 of those points in the 4th quarter. Pay no mind to the box score. Just look at the final score, okay? As the player of the game is going to be Maccabee here, getting 3 rushing touchdowns. Now, after the game, we have quite a few points to spend for coaching abilities. And as a recruiter coach, you already know we got to be spending those points on the recruiter abilities to improve our ability to get some recruits this year. Because as I've said in the previous video, we're going for those 5-star recruits, as many as we can. And if we can even just get one of them, I will be thrilled. So we're going through the recruits right now after that first game. And as you can see, a lot of them have already locked us out. But we still have plenty of 5-star and 4-star recruits on the board, which is enough for me. As long as we get even one of them, I consider it a success this season, because I don't even think Purdue gets a 5-star recruit in real life. Going through the list here, again, this is after the FCS game. There's also a bye week right after this, so we get to simulate, and I will show you the updates in a second here. But first things first, I just want to shout out the linebacker here that got not only Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, but also the National Defensive Player of the Week. Was not really expecting that. Going into recruiting after the bye week, Bullock, the left tackle, the #1 player in this recruiting class, still has us in our top 2, so feeling pretty hyped up about that. A couple more 5-star recruits locked us out, but we weren't really able to pursue them anyways with the limited hours that we have. As long as the ones that we are pursuing still have us within that top 3 range, I'm feeling pretty confident. And that scrambler quarterback, the 6'5" player that we've been eyeballing, he's got us now at number 2 to Nebraska. But that interest and increase from last week to this week, oh my goodness. I mean, we're for sure going to be the number 1 choice within a couple weeks here. I'm very confident on that. And if we could get him onto Purdue's team, Hudson Card's, he's done after this season. He's retired. If we can get a 6'5" scrambler on this roster, oh my goodness. I am so hyped for the possibilities. Next game, Notre Dame versus Purdue. We all know how that went in real life. Stay tuned for the next episode in which we face them. I'll see y'all there.